Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language. The only memory I have of a hot air balloon being remotely hot is when Carrie Ingalls falls asleep in
Oh
it
my
at the fair and they cut the wires and she's floating away and Pa has to chase it on horseback and then dive onto the ropes and pull that balloon down by himself. And he's so hot while he's doing it.
God. I
I'm here
hate
for it.
you. I
Mhm,
hate you.
mhm. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we like to talk shit about people, just like our podcast.
Yikes, man. And we're ladies of a certain age living in a dream bedroom of a 7-year-old girl.
That's true.
What?
That's true. Yes.
Ah!
My name's Amy. I'm your host here, and I got with me the Kaya to my preacher,
Kaya.
the meatball to my spaghetti, Steph.
What's up?
Nope, you're the spaghetti. I'm the meatball. Got
I
that
mean, we
backwards.
got it.
It's
It's
been a
all
long
good.
day. It's been a
It
long
has.
morning, guys.
It's been a long day so far.
Okay, and it's only like 7 a.m. So here we go.
Mhm.
All right, Stephanie. So today we're here to talk about Golden Bachelor.
Amy, I love this show so much.
This
This
show is feel
episode was
good.
wild.
This episode was wild. It was feel good. I feel like we're starting to get into some drama.
Yes, big time.
Yes. Um I want to say that Stephanie and I are covering Married at First Sight. If you watch that show, please subscribe.
Oh
And
my God.
those episodes will drop Thursday mornings. So it's on Wednesday
Please.
night.
It's so
Thursday mornings,
good.
you'll see it.
Come hang with us.
And also, Amanda and I are covering Sister Wives over on our extra feed only. So you have to join by going to Patreon, Supercast, or Apple subscription. So those links are all in the show notes, or you can go to littlemissrecap.com.
And it's amazing. You should do it. The Sister
It's
Wives
amazing.
recaps are the best.
And you get ad-free episodes, and you support the show. So
True.
there's more there.
Right.
Okay.
You're keeping the lights on, guys. We're
Keeping the
all,
lights on.
it's it takes a village.
It does take a village. So today we're going to try something a little different. This might be a little bit of a shorter recap than we usually do for Golden Batch, but we are swamped this
Mm-hmm.
week.
We
So
are.
we got a lot going on. Now, Stephanie has some notes on this. I did not take notes, but I did watch it. So we just want to talk about hitting some of the highlights
Okay.
of what happened to our
My
beloved Gerry.
Our little Gerry boy. Gary boy. Okay. So I'm not a good note taker. Don't judge me. I
Well,
literally just wrote down my thoughts and
to
that's
be
what I
fair,
came with.
you were not taking notes to take notes for the
Correct.
podcast at the
Right.
time. It kind of turned into that.
Right. So we
This
open
is
with
episode 3, week 3. Go ahead.
Yes. So we open with a bunch of the ladies. Don't ask me names. I'll only tell you the ones I really wrote out. Sitting outside, what looks, they're chatting and talking about
Mhm.
how much they love Gary. And
Well, don't
Kris
we see
Jenner.
Gerry crying first? And we don't know
Yeah.
why.
See,
Yeah, there's that little
see, I'm not good at this.
dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Mhm.
So we do see that. But my favorite thing about this opening scene-ish is that Kris Jenner
Mhm. Gabagool.
Gabagool is wearing a dress that had all these crazy skulls on it. So anyhow, that was freaking hilarious. They're talking about how they're having connections with him. We see that there's a little drama starting to brew.
There's a little drama
Yep.
starting to brew. Mhm.
And then the other, we skip to the next scene. This is my terrible recap. And the hot guy comes out and he's like, "Oh, ladies, there's going to be a talent show. Woohoo!"
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this.
Yes.
So the hot guy is Jesse Palmer. And he comes out and he's like, there's going to be a talent show. And immediately our girl Joan is like, what the fuck am I going to do?
I
Now,
know.
I will say that we had said Joan looks like a Beth Stern. I'm
Yeah.
changing that because Joan to me looks a little bit like Ann Coulter.
Yes.
She's prettier than Ann Coulter, but she looks like Ann Coulter.
She
Yes.
looked like Beth in that photo on the
Mhm,
website.
mhm.
You know what I mean? But in real life, she does not. So I take
So
that back.
we're immediately, I'm like, what? Now, let me ask you this. If we had a talent show, what would you do for the talent show?
Kaya. This is Alan Gore. I
Seriously,
have
what
no
would you do?
talent.
Like, I wouldn't know what to do.
Um, I don't know,
I
I
would
would
I
hope
would read a poem. I would write a poem.
you totally would know
Mhm.
what to do. I'm the
I would
one that
write a
wouldn't
poem.
know what to do. I would probably do some sort of a ridiculous freestyle dance. If there was
Okay.
I might whip out a song that I remember, like, I don't know,
Okay. Okay.
I would immediately just go to making fun of myself because
Mhm,
that's
mhm.
kinda what I do when I get put on the spot.
No, I understand. I
Like,
understand
that's what I
completely.
would do. I would just
Mhm.
be ridiculous.
So the thing is, I'm thinking, okay, this is a talent show that they're gonna have in the backyard of the Bachelor Mansion, right?
Yes.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
This is in front of a live studio
Yeah,
audience.
and our boy Gerry shows up dressed so super cash that I was like, "Is he even supposed to be here?"
Yeah, and then we
Did
had
you see
Caitlin
it?
Bristow come out to host. Now she was
Yes.
the Bachelorette, correct?
I don't know. I've never watched it before. I
Let
have
me look
truly
that
no
up because
clue.
I feel like we should know that. I've heard her name.
Alright, so you look it up. I'm gonna make fun of what Gary is wearing, although he did look super handsome in his green shirt, and my favorite line that he says here when he's told that there's gonna be a talent show, he's like, "This is a whole bunch of fun."
Hey, everybody, this is a
This is a
whole
whole
bunch of fun.
Yeah.
I almost slipped into my Almanzo. Did you catch that? If anyone is a holdover from Gen X, this is why the podcast I had with my sister, you could still go listen to
Ah,
where we did all the
s
seasons of Little House on the Prairie.
which is
There
amazing.
was something real weird with Almanzo's voice when they introduced him in episode or in season 6, so I used to go, "Hey, everybody," and I would do whatever. It's kinda like a Barney situation, I don't know, but Caitlin Bristow she was the lead on the 11th season of The Bachelor.
Oh,
She was a
okay.
contestant on the 19th season
Okay.
and lead on the 11th. I don't know how that works, but okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I know why, because 'cause they're off. So The Bachelorette came after The Bachelor, even though it's late
Yeah, I
earlier
got
season
nothing.
number.
No
Okay.
clue. So we see Sandra, who
Mhm.
we see she goes first. Oh my god, I just wrote, "How is this woman 75?"
What did
She
she do? I
has
forget.
she was I think she was, like, doing a little stand-up routine,
Yes, she did.
and
Yes,
it
she
was, like,
did.
a little bit
Mhm.
adorable. There's something so freaking endearing about this woman. I love her, and
Yeah.
I'm here for her.
She's very
Um
spunky.
Yes, and I like
Mhm.
that. She has a lot
Mhm.
of really fun, positive energy.
Yes, agreed.
Ellen goes next, and we see she does her teaching sex ed routine, and I was
I
just
loved
like, "Oh,
it. I
no,
loved it.
adorable."
It was
Um,
fun.
in the middle of all this, we keep getting a side eye from April in her icy blue dress because she's just so
Mhm.
fucking pissed
Mhm.
off at everyone right now.
April
Um,
again, who looks like Alexis Carrington
right.
from Dynasty.
And then we get our girl Leslie.
Who, don't forget, Prince wrote
Leslie!
songs about. Mhm.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, Leslie is a fitness instructor, and I give her mad, mad props because
Dude,
this
she's in
woman
better
is
shape than me.
yes,
Yeah,
she's so fucking hot. She ta just throw that right out the window. Like, it just is she's amazing. We get
she's
it.
amazing.
But,
Mhm.
she's dancing. At first, I'm like, "Okay, it's kind of funny." But then, she starts doing, like, a little stripper routine. It gets real dirty. You can tell Gary's super uncomfortable, and all
Gerry,
I can
listen,
think of is
PSA.
yeah,
Go ahead, go ahead.
no, Peyton and Charlie don't need to see this shit.
Oh, yes, the
Like,
granddaughters, they
come
don't need to
on, you
see this,
guys.
and
I
all I'm
have
gonna
a
say
real
is quick
problem.
PSA here. Gary
Yeah,
is not the kinda guy that you grind up on in the club,
yeah,
and
and
if
the
you don't know that, you have
yeah,
no business being on that stage.
I know, and, like, I really want to rally and root for Leslie, but I can't. She just trashes herself too much. I feel like but then I started to analyze her a little bit. And I
Okay.
feel like she's one of those people who's so damaged. She clearly has sexual trauma because she's
Mm.
always using her sexuality for attention,
She depends on it.
and that's
Mhm.
sad. So
Yeah.
while I hate it, and I hate it so much, like, I don't appreciate it in this manner,
Mhm.
be that way behind closed doors, not in front of Charlie and Peyton. We're not going there. He deserves a classier act than that. But I do, like I said, I do think that this is coming from some deep seated trauma.
Yeah, I agree with that. This again is the woman who used to date Prince, and
Mhm.
you have Prince with you. You totally grind up on Prince. He's gonna be into that,
Yes, but you
okay?
would know that.
You would know that. You don't do it to
Yeah.
Gerry.
No, she
Little
doesn't.
precious Gerry.
Yeah, she doesn't get it. So
You gotta
she's
read
gonna
the room.
go. I'm
Mhm.
over her.
Okay.
Um, and then we get Joan, who was so super
Mm,
damn pissed that she didn't have any talent, and she gets up there and she whips out this poem that I
mhm.
hated at first, but by the end I was crying and it was so adorable and I'm here for Joan.
Yeah, it was called, like, "I'm just glad I didn't throw up
I
on your
hope I
shoes."
don't vomit on your shoes.
Yeah, yeah. It was
And
very well done.
it was really well done. It was super adorable, and for the
Mhm.
person that was so worried, she fucking nailed it.
I mean, it doesn't help that she's drop dead gorgeous, but she also nailed the
She
poem.
fucking nailed it.
Gerry starts to get teary-eyed. "Well, golly gee, it sounds like she's reading it just to me." Like, he's all, as boned up as he gets. He doesn't get boned up because
I
there's nothing
know.
sexual about Gerry. But, whatever, his juices are flowing under that
They
table.
are. So blah,
Mhm.
blah, blah. He gives Joan the rose, and they go on their date.
Joan gets the rose, and who's super pissed off? Kathy.
Kathy. Grrr.
Kathy really comes out, and she's the one that we think looks like Caitlyn Jenner.
Correct.
Kathy's the one. She really is establishing herself as a villain here.
She
Like,
is.
she is like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." So now we
She's
see
angry.
we see this kitchen scene. Is this where
Mm.
we're gonna go before
Yeah,
we go on the
yeah,
date?
go ahead.
Okay,
You
let's
take
go
it.
the kitchen scene. So there's this kitchen scene where Theresa is an oversharer. Okay, and we
Mm.
all know these people.
Mhm.
And I'm thinking maybe because we just talked about it, but Love is Blind. You don't overshare
Mhm.
in the
Right.
girls' headquarters. You just don't.
You just don't.
Lydia. So, Teresa's an oversharer. And by the way, Stephanie sent me a picture of the guy from Saw, and you're right.
I
Teresa
know.
does resemble him. I
I'm
don't
not
know what it
wrong.
is. Yeah,
I hate that I'm not wrong, but I'm not wrong.
it's the eyes. Um,
It's the
so
cheeks.
yeah,
Really
something's
bad
yeah,
filler.
it's
Okay, go ahead.
scary.
Yeah.
So she says to Kathy, I have this big connection with Gerry.
Mhm.
We talked about traveling. I
Mhm.
told him, yeah, let's go. We're going to go. He's buying tickets for us. Like, she is just, she's gloating. She
Yeah.
really is gloating.
Can I be Kathy?
Oh, yeah. You want to reenact? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Hey, 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 Kathy. It's me, Teresa.
Hey,
Hey.
Teresa. Hey, Teresa.
Hey, oh my God, I had the best date with
Oh,
Gerry.
yeah? Oh, yeah?
Oh
Mhm.
my God, I sat on his
Okay.
lap and he rubbed
Okay.
my leg and,
Oh,
he was
Teresa.
like
Teresa,
he
this is
was
the kind of stuff you shouldn't be telling us, Teresa.
he
No.
he
Teresa,
was like,
no.
"What
Teresa,
grocery
read the
store
room.
do you wanna go to buy
Teresa,
our
you're not
Activa?"
this is why. This is why
And
nobody likes you,
oh
Teresa.
oh
Teresa,
my
this is
God,
read the room, Teresa. This
he
is the
asked
kind of
me to
stuff we're talking about. This is the kind of
he
stuff we're
asked me to
talking
go to
about, Teresa.
Italy
Teresa,
with him,
she doesn't
and
stop.
then
You guys, she just doesn't stop.
he
This
asked
is
me
the
to go
kind
to
of stuff we
Italy
don't
with
want to
him,
hear. And
and then
this is
he
why
wants
people
to
talk shit
bang me in
about
the
you.
bathroom
Yeah,
on the
this is why.
plane.
Teresa, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. Goodbye, Teresa.
He asked me if I
No.
would meet
No.
Charlie and Peyton.
No. No, he did not. He did not do that. He would not do that. Gerry
And
would not do that.
you do a pretty good, Kathy, you do. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So,
Ah,
Kathy now is, taking this in. She doesn't actually say anything in the moment,
I
but they
know.
go in and they're all sitting down and she looks right at Teresa and she goes, ladies, I think we have to start to practice some decorum here and learn when to not overshare because it's
Mhm.
making people uncomfortable." And
Mhm.
Teresa's like, "Dun, dun, dun," like,
Who, me?
she's talking about me. So that drama ensues. Like, let's talk about now his date with Joan. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
Oh, all right, so he goes on the date with Joan, and all I could think about here, I'm rallying for Joan, and like I am carrying the torch for Joan right now.
Where
Okay,
do they go? I forget.
I don't even know. They were like in a gazebo. They don't go
Oh,
anywhere
okay.
because
Okay.
she has to tell him that she's leaving.
Well, she tells him that the next day.
Yeah. All right. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
Yeah.
but they're somewhere. They have this really great connection. She's so super classy. And I'm just like,
He's really into
he's
her.
really into her. And I can
Hmm.
see this. Like, this is a good fit. And I'm
This is
like,
a good fit. She is one of the 60-year-olds, which I
"Yeah,
predicted from the start he would
you did.
pick.
Yep, yep, yep." But
But,
I'm like,
I
"This
don't know.
is the kind of step-grandmother that Charlie and Peyton deserve."
Mm, okay.
You
Alright.
can tell she's really into her family. I'm
Mhm.
here for this
Do
girl. I
you
love
think
her.
let
This
me bring
woman,
up, let me invoke the ghost of Tony. Do you think the memory of Tony would approve? Would she get the Tony stamp of approval?
I do think she would,
Okay.
'cause
Alright.
Gerry is just a whole bunch of fun.
Okay.
Hmm.
So he comes back from the date with Joan. He is on cloud 9.
I
He's
know.
like, I wanted to bang her. No, he
I
doesn't say that.
know.
But this is, I'm, guys, again, if you're here for facts, I don't know what to tell you
Yeah, no.
because I do a lot of editorializing and
Yeah.
I'm just
I
giving
mean,
you my interpretation of the sacred text of the Golden
right,
Bachelor.
and we're also learning that this is why I don't take the notes.
Mhm. No, no, no. I watched this actually with my husband and he had some thoughts. He was like,
Oh,
"What did some of these women do to their faces?" It's
I
like, "What is
know,
happening?"
it's like they have really bad
Some of
injectors.
them
It's
look
bad.
supernatural and fine,
Yeah,
and some of them not so much.
they're
Okay.
overdone, that's why. That happens.
So, the next day, Gary's pulling up to the house because he's
Yeah.
all excited
He's
because 'cause they're gonna
so
do
excited.
and he's looking for Joan. You know, he's all like, Where is she? Where is she? I got a rose. It's got a thorn."
Oh,
And every rose does have its
every
thorn.
rose has its thorn.
He sits out on that bench and she comes out to talk to him, and first we see her get a disturbing phone call from her daughter,
What do you
and then
think
she
is
comes
happening
out.
with her daughter?
She has been telling him all along that her daughter just gave birth,
I
like, a
know.
couple weeks prior,
Something
and that
about
it
a
was a difficult
C-section.
birth, right, it
Yeah,
wasn't an average C-section, so I'm thinking it was an emergency C-section, maybe the
yeah.
baby's in NICU, we don't know.
Oh, this breaks
It's
my
not a good
heart. I
situation,
know, I was
and
sobbing.
mhm, and she's gotta get home. She has to go
Yeah,
home, period. And she's crying, Gary's crying. She's
I
like,
know,
"I have to go
remember?
home. I have
Mm,
to be a mother. You know, this comes first, blah, blah, blah."
remember last week when I said that I don't cry during TV
Mm,
shows? I was
mhm.
sobbing.
Yeah, me
I
too.
take it all back.
Mhm.
Oh,
So Gary shakes it off. He's like, "Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I got over it."
do you know what she says that breaks my heart, though?
Oh, no, what?
She's crying and she's talking about, how this was such a big step for her because she was able to open up to love again and she never thought she could. And she talks about how hard it is because as you get older, you become more invisible.
I know.
And I have never felt more seen in my entire life.
I
I
know.
was
Especially women.
sobbing.
Especially women.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
in this country.
this,
Mhm.
I was like, I was truly sobbing.
Yes.
Well, I'm not a
Yep,
crier. I was
yep.
sobbing. Mm.
Yeah,
Ugh, I
it's
was so
very
heartbroken
disturbing.
for her and
Mhm,
him.
mhm.
Ugh,
So, now he goes in and he decides to give the rose to Ellen,
right.
right? So now
He
they go on a
does.
date and they go hot air ballooning.
Right.
And
First
he says,
yeah,
oh, I'm sorry. He says, like, Ellen, I have a really good time with her, but I need to see if there's chemistry.
yes. So we see them, she's trying on some dresses and she looks really
She's being
beautiful,
pampered. Yes.
pampered by the
Stylist.
fashion
I
designer.
forget his name.
I don't even
Yeah,
know
yeah,
his
yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But Gary shows up dressed like Hugh Hefner.
He does.
He's truly dressed exactly like Hugh Hefner. I was a little
Mhm.
bit disappointed, Gary, come on.
Yeah, Gary, you
Um,
could do better, dude.
so yeah, so they take off on their hot air balloon ride.
Now, would you
Um,
ever go on a hot air balloon?
Abso-fucking-lutely not, no, never.
No,
Never.
never, 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 never,
Nope.
never.
It's actually like the very idea of it makes me so anxious. I'm
Mhm.
the heights, I'm not in control, there's no gears or no, absolute
Agree,
no, nope,
agree.
nope, 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 nope.
The
Never.
only memory I have of a hot air balloon being remotely hot is when Carrie Ingalls falls asleep in
Oh
it
my
at the fair, and they cut the wires, and she's floating away, and Paul has to chase it on horseback and then dive onto the ropes and pull that balloon down by himself, and he's so hot while he's doing it.
I
I'm here
hate
for it.
you, I
Mhm,
hate you.
mhm.
Oh, guys.
So, yeah, I would never go balloon shopping or balloon
Balloon
hopping or
shopping, right.
balloon
No.
chopping, never.
No, not much,
Um,
many things I could
but
do.
she handles it well.
She does.
She doesn't look terrified.
No, neither one of them do.
Mm-mm. She looks
That's why I was
excited.
like, "Huh, maybe," but
Mhm.
maybe when you're that age, you're like, "Eh, I guess I'm gonna go out. This is not a bad way."
So you know the cider place I go to, right?
Yes.
There's a volunteer fire department that goes there as well, all the time. They're always
Okay.
there. And the chief and his wife run a hot air balloon service right across the street.
Really?
So we always see the balloons launching and taking off, and
Oh,
they
that's
land in our yard a
weird.
lot. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
land in
know
our
this.
yard, and they always have champagne when they land. It's kinda cool.
Well,
Mhm.
maybe I would just like to be there for the landing.
I know it's hard to predict, but sometimes we'll just look out and there's a balloon landing. It's really
That's
weird.
cool. No, I like
Mhm.
it. That's cool.
It's cool, and I'm like, "Hey, good on you." But I've
Yeah.
asked this guy several questions, like, "How do you steer it? How do you" blah, blah, blah. He seems competent and confident in the
Listen
balloon,
to
but
me.
I'm not going on it.
I have no doubt that anybody flying, I guess if you fly, I don't even know how you operate that thing, but anybody that's in control of that, I trust that you know what you're doing. What I
Yes,
don't trust is Mother Nature. We can't
correct.
control wind. We can't control, like, that's where, no, nope.
Dude, you're lucky you get me in an airplane,
Yeah,
let
no, right.
alone a hot air balloon. Mm-mm.
Same. Mhm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Alright, so what happens after the date? They come back to the house. Now there's more drama
Come
in the
back.
house at this point.
There's a ton of drama in the house. This is where the conversation that, we just reenacted a couple minutes ago
Mhm,
actually takes
mhm.
place. Joan, or not Joan, I'm sorry, Kathy really loses her shit on Teresa.
Yeah,
Teresa
because
pisses
Teresa
me off.
again starts talking about her
Yeah,
connection with
yeah,
Gerry.
yeah, and Kathy's like, "Dude, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm telling you, shut up. We don't
I'm
wanna
kind of on
know."
Kathy's side here.
I'm 100% on Kathy's side here.
Mhm,
A
mhm,
million percent.
mhm.
She's like
We
that
forgot to
annoying.
mention we forgot to mention that in the beginning, Kathy and, Susan and Gabagool and all those people have a team. They've have an alliance going.
Yes. Well, they're the ones that
Mhm.
were sitting outside
Yeah,
when she
yeah,
was
yeah.
wearing the skull dress that I loved so
So
much, when
Kathy is
Susan,
the
yeah.
mastermind here. She
Yes.
is yeah.
My thought here, though, is that Kathy is the Dorothy Zbornak of the group, and I'm so
Yes.
fucking here for it.
Yes, she is Dorothy Zbornak
I
energy, yes.
love, like, yes, she looks
Yeah,
like Caitlyn Jenner, but she's a total Dorothy, and I love her. Yes.
100%,
Mhm.
100%. So, now at some point, Kathy talks to Gerry,
Yep.
and she totally mischaracterizes this entire thing,
Yes, she does.
and she's like, "People are being mean to
Mean?
me," and she's crying.
Yeah.
She's like, "People are being mean to me. They're telling me that they have connections with you, and I just wanna leave, and they're bullying me." Like, she really
Mhm.
mischaracterizes this
Yeah,
entire
I
situation.
I was not, this was a little bit like, I was a little surprised that she would do
Yeah.
this. I was
So
thrown.
Gary's like,
Dor
"Somebody's being fucking mean to
Mean to
you?
you? Yeah, yeah,
Who's being mean? Sweetheart, who's being mean to you?
yeah.
Who do I
Mm-mm.
need to" what if he was like, "Golly gee, sweetheart, who's being mean to you? Who do I need to bust some fucking skulls off?" Like, what if he has, like, this inner,
Dark.
like, badass that's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill people."
But I will say Dorothy would never have done this. So this didn't match any Kathy energy that I ever
Right,
saw coming, so
right.
I'm thrown for this.
Yeah, it
From
was weird.
It was weird, but
S
whatever. I
so
don't
then
know.
Gary goes upstairs and he finds Teresa crying in a little girl's bedroom.
Which is, it's the bedroom that every six-year-old girl dreams
Yeah,
of. It's
I wanted
pink,
that
it's
bedroom.
bunk beds, it's fluffy, there's shit
Mhm.
everywhere. I can't. Like, what?
100%,
We're putting
100%.
70-year-old women in single twin bunk beds.
Yeah,
What?
I don't know what we're doing.
Whew.
So, alright, so he talks to Teresa, and
Mm,
Teresa tells him the truth, and she's like, Kathy came at me because she felt like I was being braggadocious and I was
mm,
boasting and I was, talking about how hot you were and how I wanted to get in your back door. And
mhm,
Karen's like, well, golly gee, Teresa, if you believe it to be true and you believe you have good intentions, then you just don't worry about it. And so
mhm.
she feels
Come
better about
on.
it.
Of course she does. She's a master manipulator.
I don't know if she's manipulating or if she's just dumb. I don't know.
Oh, I think she knows what she's doing.
Like, could she just be dumb and not know how
Oh,
to read a room? What is
I'm
her
not here
career?
for
Let me
her.
see what her career was.
Mm-mm, I don't like her.
Financial services professional from New Jersey.
She's not dumb. She's not. Mm-mm.
Kathy.
She's no, she knows what she's doing. I don't like it. But I do. Do we wanna go to the rose ceremony?
Yeah, let's go to the rose ceremony. Go ahead.
So, all I know is that Kathy goes first or whatever, I think. She gets a rose. It's the most adorable thing because, I'm here for her. But my favorite part is that for the whole rest of the episode, she just carries it around.
Kathy
Like,
does? I missed
right?
that one.
Yeah, Kathy carries her
Mhm.
rose around
Dorothy
like
Spornak.
yeah, Dorothy Sparnak. She carries it around, like, everywhere. They're in the kitchen, she has the rose. They're in the bedrooms, she's holding the rose. She's walking across the lawn, she's holding the rose. Like, she was so fucking proud that she got that rose. It was just cute.
Like, remember when we thought the rose meant something?
Yeah.
Now it's like,
Uh,
whatever, whatever.
I was surprised. I don't remember who got a rose, I'm not gonna
So
lie.
he
I
ca I
just
can
know
tell you that my girl Edith went home.
I know, that's the only one I took a note on because we didn't get anything from her. Why?
Mm-mm. No.
I really
Well,
wanted to
the
see them
editing
on
is
a
probably like,
date.
we know that she's going home, so
I know, but, like, I had hope for them, and I still stand by that she's the most stunning 60-year-old woman I've ever laid eyes on in my entire life. Go
yeah,
Edith. I almost said Kathy. Go Edith. I hope she slipped him her phone number when she left.
and I don't know who's left. Do you?
Yeah, Caitlyn Jenner's left. So we have Kathy, we have Teresa, we have Ellen, we have
Mhm.
Leslie, we have April, we have Ellen, Sandra, and Susan. So
Okay.
Edith and Joan went home,
Okay. Alright.
right?
No. Yeah, Joan left of her
Joan
own
left.
accord. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I thought there was somebody else.
I
Now,
think there might be, but I might be forgetting them. That's why I'm trying to
yeah, I mean, guys, until we get down to, like, 4 or 5, this is gonna
a
be
lot.
tough. How are you liking it? You're liking it, right?
I'm obsessed. I
I know, I
didn't
love
think
it
I
too.
was gonna like it. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was into it just because I'm so interested in the dynamic of relationships at that age in life.
Mhm, mhm,
That's why I wanted to watch this.
mhm.
I'm all in. I'm
I'm all
all
in too.
in.
Now, you did see that the people who do Married at First Sight, Kinetic Content,
Yeah.
they are putting out a casting call for older people in their mid to late 50s or older who are looking for a second chance in love.
Oh, I love it. I love it so
Are they
much.
doing a Married at First Sight Golden Edition?
Wouldn't that be fucking amazing? I have been saying that
Yeah,
for
yeah. It
years.
absolutely needs to happen. Now, let's get back to the Golden Bachelor.
Right.
Do we like that we're starting to have some drama, or do you wish that because these women are all grandmas that they should behave themselves?
So here's the double-edged sword. Of
Okay.
course, I'm judging them and thinking, "You losers, behave yourselves, you're old ladies." That's
Yes.
mean. I'm being an asshole.
No,
Like,
no,
I'm
no, I know
totally
what you
kinda
mean.
kidding. But there's a part of me that's like, it's also so fucking like, true, and you know that, like, it's actually happening.
I have
So
to
I'm
tell
here
you
for
something.
it, and I
I have
kind
to
of
tell you
fucking love it.
something.
Yeah.
We were correct. His granddaughters' names are Charlie and Peyton.
I know. We were wrong.
No, we didn't know that. We knew Charlie was one, but we didn't know the other
Oh,
name,
no,
and
I
we
thought
just
we figured
kinda,
it
like,
out. Oh.
guessed it.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
alright.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I agree with you, it makes it more real. This is actually what would happen if a bunch of women were in a
It
house
totally would.
competing for especially a holdie.
And I know this because my mother-in-law is one of these women.
Oh, she'd be competing?
No, but she's of this age, and
Mhm,
she's real, like, kibitzy with her bridge ladies and her
mhm,
lunch ladies
mhm,
and the graduation ladies, like, they
mhm,
have their tight like, I could see this happening in Daria's group. Like, I know they talk shit on each other,
mhm,
it's great.
mhm. Do you
I'm here
think it's
for
a
it.
baby boomer thing?
No, I think we would be doing it too.
I don't know, I don't see that in Gen X. Like, I don't see maybe.
Maybe, I don't know. I think it depends. I think you wouldn't see it right away because I think
Mhm.
at first we'd all be on our best behavior, but as relationships are forming, and I don't think that stuff dissipates as you get older. I think you might
I don't
handle it a little bit better, but I
I
don't
I
think.
could see Gen Xers being, like, real diabolical and low down dirty on the low down.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
But there's
like, we'd be less
also
obvious about it.
there's also that crowd though that would still be fucking causing trouble. There just is. Every gen has them. They just do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's real.
Did we have previews for next time on?
We did, and I don't remember what it was. Oh, I do remember seeing a lot of kissing.
We're not here
Oh,
for the kissing, guys. We're
I'm
just
not.
not.
Why?
Mm-mm.
I feel like a jerk.
Yeah,
I
no.
just don't like it.
Did you watch 1923?
Oh, yeah.
You remember Spencer, the one in
I,
Africa,
I sure do.
and his girlfriend? Now that's kissing I'll watch on my screen anytime.
Are they not the hottest two people on the
They're the
planet?
hottest couple
Yeah,
ever.
they
Doc and
really are.
Hope on Virgin River, not so much.
No, no.
Gerry, our
Those,
beloved, precious
mm,
golden bachelor, not so
not so
much.
much.
Mm-mm.
No, Spencer, and I don't even remember her name, but I
Forget
loved
her
their
name.
story so much. Oh
I
God, I
I'm
love
only
them.
episode 3, so but they're banging all over the place.
Oh
All
God,
over the place.
I fucking love
So,
this.
mhm,
I love it.
mhm.
I love it. I love it.
Alright,
You know
guys,
I have
like
such a special place for anything Montana,
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the ranch.
The protect the ranch at all costs. Alright, guys, so if you haven't already, check out our Married at First Sight coverage. Next week's Golden Bachelor, I'll have more continuous notes, more complete notes. I apologize. And Stephanie did not take the kind of notes that she would if she knew she was guiding the
Right.
episode.
No, these were just the
So,
notes that I normally
yes,
show up
right,
with.
right. So forgive us. It's a short one, but we will be back hopefully next week with a little longer edition. We had to do Married at First Sight this week, and that show was
Yeah,
2 hours.
commercial
So it was a
free.
lot. Yeah, commercial free 2 hours. So it's probably 3
Right.
hours on network. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Steph.
Love your bones.